Thank you so much, the band, for that wonderful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second.
Okay, the next agenda is opening remarks by Sheikh Mangali.
Create memorable experiences, and that's why the organizers went ahead to invite people from different backgrounds so that we can create those long-lasting memories which may be of benefit to us in the future. The organizing committee will be introduced officially, otherwise it has been doing a lot of mobilization and ensuring that this day is a success. Faculty of Management Studies, according to the rating, it was the third to be established in Islamic University in Uganda. The first one was FISO, that is Islamic Studies and Arabic Language. The second one was Education, and the third one was the Faculty of Management Studies. And as you are aware, it has a variety of programs which help people, even other people who come from other faculties. We want to thank you for giving off your time, especially the guests of honor. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. The students, especially those for weekend, we want to thank you. We have also put aside lots of activities to make sure you come and interact with us. So it is your time, you are free to interact, you are free to socialize, as long as you are within the limits of Sharia. We have no problem with that one. I will have time to talk about the guest of honor, but briefly is one of our own. I don't know that there are English teachers here. Alumni and alumnus, which one is the plural and which is the singular? Alumnus is singular. Okay, but with UP we don't pay school fees, so I won't pay you. So the guest of honor is an alumnus of the Islamic University in Uganda, and he has been doing lots of activities in and outside the country. Currently he works with the British Council, and we thought, and he's even your age mate, not like us who are in the evening of our life, or any time we shall be going, but there are high hopes that he's a young man like yourselves, and he'll be able to share with you the real life outside there, how things happen. So thank you so much for coming. It's not my day to make a speech. I just had to make these remarks. I will just finally introduce the staff because we may not have time. The Basa, I will introduce him alone. He will say salam. Basa, please you stand up for recognition. Yeah, Mr. Umar is a university Basa. The dean, you will see him as he talks. Dr. Warusimbi, we can say salam. We have HOD Public. Professor is having lunch. The university coordinator, you'll see him later. He is representing the rector. And then the security officer, for you maybe you stand up. Then the staff, you can say General Salam, inshallah. You say the General Salam because of time. And with the doctors, because it is the most desired title for educational institutions, doctors will say theirs alone. Dr. Zainab, salam, you are special because you are a doctor. Say salam. If you are a doctor, raise up your hand. Dr. Shamsuddin, Bola Tito, please salam.
Assalamu alaikum. Igwe is greeting you from Nigeria.
Dr. Cindy already is done, and if there is another doctor. And finally, in that hierarchy, I'm introducing to you Professor I'm seeing later, is finishing some activities. The examinations coordinator, you can rise up. Although it is not in my docket, I'm excited. Let me introduce to you Brother Senate Brian, the former USA Salam class if I introduce. Brian had lots of responsibilities here. You are Salam and then I hand over. Okay, I sent an electronic one. Brother Howard, you are the finance man for the team. But if you are busy, I will be aside. MC, I did to end there. Deliberately, I didn't have good ability because he was busy. You have to see.
Gentleman, he's actually one of the hardworking persons I've seen in the Faculty of Management Studies. Thank you so much for always having time to serve the Faculty of Management Studies. And ladies and gentlemen, and without wasting time, we're actually moving on well. Allow me call the chairperson, organizing committee, to come and give his remarks. Chairperson, organizing committee, Mr. Yusuf Bunoti.
Thank you very much, the MC. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today as the chairperson of the organizing committee, humbled and honored to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of our esteemed guests and the guests of honor. We are so much grateful. Before I go any further, what makes me the chairperson of organizing committee, it means there are people that I've worked with, but I'm there overall. Therefore, before we extend our sincere gratitude to our guests, I would request my team that I worked with to see that this function is a success to come forward for recognition within 1 minute as we move on. The organizing committee, please move forward. Organizing committee. Our event today would not have been possible without the support and active participation of all our guests. And however, that my team, you see, have spent sleepless nights to see to it that this day is a success. We are truly grateful for your presence, and of course, even when we organize, without you turning up in such a big number, all of it will have been poured down. So in your different capacities, I want to extend my sincere appreciation on behalf of this team, that we are so much grateful. The way you are seeing this one, students always believe that you can only have a mighty function when you have moved out of campus. But we thank God with this great team and all the guests around, that this is the biggest, one of the biggest functions, possibly next to one organized by the university. But if there is for faculty, then there is none. So we are going to be used for benchmarking, and we thank God for that. Without wasting more time, I want to appreciate all of us. It is not a one-man thing. It has been a contribution from all of us. Whoever is seated here has contributed financially, in form of ideas. Otherwise, without you, then who are we that will make this function? And I also want to extend my sincere appreciation to our dear lecturers at the Faculty of Management. I want to tell you that without them, without any doubt, that this function wouldn't be there. Madam Shifa, thank you very much for leading the team. Madam Safina, Teacher Hassan, Mr. Dazuba, Mr. Howard. In fact, now,
and I think when you look at his head, it's full of content. And I'm hoping to hear from his side. Our lecturers, Madam Fazila, Madam Safina, and many others, we are really grateful as a faculty management for standing before us. And I think I'll share one thing before the students of management and our lecturers. The faculty management, by the time we came here in 2021, its leadership had declined. But as people who like a social interaction, we say we cannot live in an environment that is bored. We convened a short meeting. And for the team of year one, I was reading them. Lukoya, Fahima, Jackie, we said we need to eliminate the faculty, and this being faculty management, you can bear a witness. I said we must establish debating club in the faculty. Immediately I got a group of girls, Nabata Hafsa, the current interim vice president, and some girls, Amina Chabani from Human Resources and other gentlemen. We said we need to establish a debating club in the university, and we must start from the faculty management. These people came together and I made a constitution, and I took it to the dean. Dean told me we must take it to the law clinic. I said this is a long procedure. Dean, you are delaying us. But he told me that's the only way you can establish a club, and the constitution must be approved by the law clinic. I said no problem. We started constituting, and I handed it over to the president who came, because before Brian to come on board, he said I cannot be the president, yet I'm in year one, and yet we have the others on board. We called Brian and he came on board. So the dean advised us to a certain boy called Jamil. Said he's the one coordinating the faculty students' activities. Go to him. We started with Jamil, and we appointed Brian as the caretaker guild, faculty president. And I want to thank him that ever since we gave him the leadership mantle of the faculty, it's because we are here today. Thank you very much, Brian, for taking up that initiative and ensuring that the faculty of management stand firm to the next level. Our mission was to make the faculty of management the best faculty in the university. And indeed, here we are. We established it. We said we need to go and lead the university in the position of guild president, and indeed we achieved it. Whatever goal we set as the faculty of management, we must achieve it. And I want to call upon the students of management to engage and participate in the management, the faculty activities, because the education you are acquiring now, it's not enough. You need social engagements with your fellows. You came from Guinea, IUIU. You are interacting with your fellows from Guinea. How are you going to transform? With this university is having 21 nationalities, students from different countries across the world. If you are from Guinea, find a friend from Nigeria and interact. You are going to have a social transformation in your mind. And I picture those students of management. You are managers and you don't want to network with other students from different social life. How are you going? How are you going to survive in the public after your bachelor's? You are going to have this rigid mind because of the education system we are acquiring. It is rigid. We cannot think out of the box. You are planning to pass the exam. But when you interact with me, you interact with someone else, you are going to add value on yourself and reason in another way
compared to that student who is sleeping in the dormitory. So I won't speak too much. I want to thank you, not more than enough. Because this function will take place, it has been a collective effort of both the lecturers and the students and our alumni. Thank you very much for the chance given to have a word to those students who may not have known me. I am Oguchi Nasir, the outgoing IUIU president of Islamic University in Uganda. And as he said, we are having another person I heard that is coming for IUIU president from the faculty management. If at all he happens to go through Shura, let us give him our maximum support and ensure that we take him and lead this institution to the next level. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'm really grateful.
That you continue in the same spirit, even after leaving IUIU, you still guided us, and that's why you're here today to celebrate with us. So we give you that gift as the Faculty of Management Students Association. Thank you so much. Thank you. We love you so much. Thank you. All right.
Never shine so bright. Honey, it's a melody, lights up all the night. Honey, and it's so sweet and true, bringing sunshine wherever I go. And there is a heart of kindness, lights up all the while. Your love and smile is like a breeze, baby, feeding hearts with joy and endless peace. Oh, honey, you are a ray of light, spreading happiness both day and night. Oh, honey, you are a ray of light, spreading happiness both day and night. In your presence, troubles fade and touch. Oh, honey, you inspire others so much. Your love transpires like a breeze, baby, feeding hearts with joy and endless peace. Oh, honey, you are a ray of light, spreading happiness both day and night. Oh, honey, you are a ray of light. Smiles like a breeze, baby, feeding hearts with joy and endless peace. Oh, honey, you are a ray of light, spreading happiness both day and night. Oh, honey, you are a ray of light, spreading happiness both day and night. Thank you so much for listening.
That after meeting me and him, we set 2 goals. I don't know whether he remembers, but I remember the goals we set is FMS at the top,
and how bringing together all the students. We started by thinking of having that leadership as IUIU growing strong, but we later thought of, but you can be the guild. So he said, brother, let me attack from the head for you catch the legs. The legs, that is IUIU, and the head is, of course, IUIU. We thank God, we supported him, the whole faculty, right from, I think, even Lina, who works at the faculty of management, supported Oguti. And that's why today we say it's the former. So thank you very much for that solidarity. The year one, the year twos who were there by that time, currently now the year twos, year three, and we who went. I know some, we will get this information. Thank you very much for that solidarity. Because of that solidarity that we are able to stand here today.
Basically, Christmas is soul, Afro pop, performing, and a writer as well as a producer from East Africa, Uganda.
A writer, singer, producer. Wow. So yesterday I saw you playing football. And some people are saying you're multi-talented. Do you do football also as a serious thing, or it is just what you wanted to do for your particular faculty?
Now, way back before I realized I am a good artist, a good musician, I was playing football, volleyball, basketball, playing netball, every kind of game that you see in high school. I've actually tried it, and I've been good. So before that, before I joined the university, I was playing football and volleyball basically.
Wow, indeed you're multi-talented.
I don't know where to start from, but I will say that I've been in IUIU since 1988. And I was in the Faculty of Education, but I transferred to the Faculty of what? Management Studies. Because that was what was here. However, what I just want to bring out here is just the history of associations in IUIU in a brief. One, as far as the guild is concerned, when we joined, I was in the second year of joining, so it was in 1988. I'm runners-up in the beauty context, I think in that capacity. We found year one were the leaders. And when they voted the guild government by then, it was a draw. And they had to wait one person, I think it was Dr. Mubaraka Bogere. They had to wait before they could announce the winner. Now when he came, he voted, and one side won. Now when we joined, we found the conflicts here, as far as guild leadership is what? Is concerned. Now we came in more than 100, and it came to our turn electing the second government. The year two by then, they said year ones cannot lead them. And indeed we agreed, because the constitution was decided by then. There was nothing like year two, year what? Year three. Finally we managed to bring our puppet. I think that was Dr. Mwebesa Umar, and we supported him. We took over the what? The leadership. Now as far as guild is concerned, now I'm coming to brother Nasir. I think it was 2011 or 12. I think that president is a political analyst in leader, I think somewhere. Until or maybe after 10 years, you became the second, at least in those many years, as a guild president from the faculty of what? Let me say this. I teach Brother Nasi, and I normally challenge, sometimes in the lecture room, sometimes not there. What has he achieved? I think those I teach you are aware. Let me say this. I've worked and shared with Nasi. Thank you for consulting. Let me give you just one scenario, and I'll bring his contribution, which is going to last longer. I don't know whether it has been concluded or not. You know, when you take, you have a retake. You pay 100,000 plus all the fees. I think you are aware. That one almost cost him a paper. And he told me, Mr. Sesanga, I needed to go to the council at Munyonyo. But he also had a dilemma of missing a paper. I advised him, we do joint exams. You do the paper from Kaboja. And indeed, he's the first gentleman to sit a paper with a female students at the female's what? Campus. And he had to take a border from Munyonyo up to the female's what? I think I will need to get feedback. That is your legacy if you can succeed. It is too much sometimes to fill a paper and then you pay all the what? Now, those who are asking, what have you done? I think I've answered that one. Thank you. The person you talked about, he came to me, wanted his results. I think he will go through the Spiritual Council. Maybe, as you said, you forward him to the members. Members will decide. I always say I don't teach poor students. Thank you for being smart. And indeed, whoever say you are smart, you will be tired. And I will start by yesterday's event, where my has just come. I did not participate, but I was with you. But I saw the final, and I liked those who were barefooted because of their team. I normally say I support the game after 90 minutes because I have many teams to support. I don't need the pressure. After 90 minutes, there is a winner. I start from there. Now I'm supporting year 3. I should be invited to roast the goat. Now, to my team, the staff, I think I will contribute 10 kilograms of meat. Others as the roast, you also roast the 10 kilograms. But I think Yawan and Yatu, you still have time at least to come up with that. To the members who have organized, thank you for being trustworthy. I think, as I said last year, I need that file of accountability. I think all of you have eaten. Someone is just looking at me thinking that it is today's food. I've been like this, isn't it? And I still, I think there is still a lot, I think, to account for. And again, you need to get your what? Your share. In particular, I'm going to thank my staff, Madam Shifa, and more particular Brother Awad and Mr. Ali. I think these are your equals, Ali and Awad, isn't it? I think there is a song. Sometimes the student is bigger than the lecturer, isn't it? I think the principle is to respect everybody, isn't it? Otherwise, thank you very much for your contribution. Even the students, I think Brother Brian, you are aware, I'm such a person who doesn't have no. Then Ibra, those who have come up. And in particular, as far as this association is concerned, I'm going to thank Brother Batare. Stand up. I think this is the architecture of this, though it did not succeed during his time. We could be invited as a procurement as well. Some of the numbers were just small, and you could only see leaders. Then you sit there as invited what? And you eat your food. And he said, why can't we have a management, isn't it? I think a university coordinator in that capacity, not as a rector. I think we have worked together. We should soften a little bit of how to register and renew these associations. It is challenging, as I think MC said, one of the chairman said, registering it is not what? It's not easy. I think these are student activities. They keep them busy, and indeed we need them. Brother Batala, I think you helped them. There are legal issues. There are some issues you have put in the constitution, like SACCO, lending money. We may not work like a faculty of law, where we can cope with the judge a comparison when I think Basa, you are aware, but I think we can as now manage as the way it is. I think the team I handed you over to work with, I think is doing well. Brother Batare, you can sit. And it's us. We have some TACA members, lecturers from Nigeria. Dr. Latifu, stand up. Dr. Zainabo, Dr. Bolatito. Professor Salao has gone, but is coming back. And Dr. Ade, I don't know whether he's here. He has been instrumental in organizing the entrepreneurship fair and possibly the business environment. This one have worked and built capacity amongst students and staff, and even in administration. I think by 16th of this month, they are leaving. We had yesterday a send-off internally, but possibly we are grateful to the university management which allowed you to come here, and possibly the Nigerian government. And you hope your departure, we shall be at the distance, isn't it? Yesterday I learned the mathematical science, isn't it? Of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and what? Are you aware that some of you are negative, you are just subtracting events? Like even today there are some who say it must fail. Those are minors, isn't it? But I think your stay here has been addition and multiplication, not division. We congratulate you and thank you for your building capacity. You can sit. I've seen Dean, Faculty of Education, stand up. At least I think you came a little bit late. I was going to say this, that why don't you want to come and see what management is doing? I think you will hire our members. Someone said you are many, but in terms of management, we recognize you are coming. I don't know whether there are other deans. I think the Faculty of Law is represented. Dr. Zainab is here, Madame Barike, and Madame Mai Mona. I don't know whether there are other deans present, but this is our theme. I think you should take us through the theme, isn't it? We did, isn't it?
Dear our chief guest, the Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, other Dean is present, the University Basa, the Chief Security Officer, dear distinguished professors and doctors present, the members of staff, faculty of management studies and the other faculties present, Your Excellency, the outgoing the president and the other students leaders and your cabinet who are here, other invited guests, chairperson, the organizing committee, former students of IUIU from the Faculty of Management Studies. We also have the outgoing and the incoming leadership for IUMUSA. That is that the right abbreviation? IUMUSA. Basa knows better because Mr. Oguti knows him very well. Not so. Thank you very much. And then the current students from the Faculty of Management Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mukwana Siraj. My official title in the university is the University Coordinator. My title today is the Rector of IUIU. Now, I was delegated as already informed by the Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, to come and represent our beloved Rector, Professor Ismail Simbwa Jagenda, who is the Rector of the Islamic University in Uganda, at this second chapter of our management dinner. So for that reason, on behalf of the university management, I would like to most sincerely, our dear chief guest, welcome you, first of all to IUIU, but at the same time also specifically to this second management dinner. We thank you very much. We understand that you have busy schedules, and out of that you were in position to spare some little time to come be with us. We are greatly humbled. We thank you very much. Dear members, at the same time, I wish to convey sincere apologies from the Rector. He is away on other official duties. He would have been here physically, but he was unable. So he has conveyed his apologies, but at the same time also promised that next time when he is invited, we will be here physically, inshallah. He conveys greetings to all of you, the Dean, and all the staff and the students of management studies. Please receive his greetings. He said, I give you his salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. At least Basa is shaking, he has witness that now we are happy so far for the strides made in expanding its scope and the current 3 departments and over 20 academic programs that we are posting off. We are also very happy about the quality of our students that we are ushering out. Mr. Dean, we are happy because the quality you are producing is representing us positively and in a good way in the job market. We have never regretted producing our products. We therefore thank you together with your staff for carrying forward our banner, the vision, and also the mission of providing quality training through teaching, research, publication, innovations. Now, while we have achieved that, like the previous speaker said, it was not until last year that the management faculty wisely thought about this great idea of coming up with the management dinner, and now it has become annual. Today, our being here is a testimony to that. Rector, thank you, together with your members of staff, for joining hands and ensuring that this one is now becoming annual and a successful one. He has hope that, one, this provides avenue where students and staff can join hands and interact and also have fun. In most cases, we meet there in classes, we meet and talk, teach this, everybody leaves when it's time. But we normally rarely have moments like this, where we sit with our students. We share, have this, and all that. I think it is a great one. The second issue is that it will go a long way in providing opportunity for social interaction His Excellency talked about social capital and interaction, both within here. Now that we have a pool of students from 21 countries, different faculties, we can share. Together, you never know what will come out of this when we move. When we interact with the people from outside, like our chief guest, together with the others, and the former students who were here, is a great capital that can help us when we join the world after the university. And then lastly, we see the increase in the visibility of the faculty. Whoever now sees what is happening there, we see that management, faculty of management is there doing A, B, C, D as we reflect on our achievements. Lastly, this is the message to the students. Number one, we thank our former students for being very good ambassadors of IUIU, at least wherever we pass, and whoever has ever employed a product from here, and specifically in the department and the faculty of management studies. They have never regretted, but they praise us. Please continue, and then students, we are very, 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 very happy. We urge and encourage all of you to maintain and remain connected to your university through this faculty. The third last issue under that, to the continuing students, please make the best use of this environment which is conducive for you. One, to remain focused. Two, to remain disciplined. And then three, to work hard, so that at the end of it we benefit out of you, inshallah. And then we thank the outgoing IUMUSA leadership for accepting to take on the amount of leadership and for your dedicated service. We thank you very much. To the incoming, we thank you very much for accepting leadership. But leadership means working and responsibility, and also solving some issues, including problems. So for that matter, we should be in position to sacrifice for the best, for the good of your university and the faculty. I was reading somewhere and they were saying that if the leader does not solve the problem, I'm repeating that one. If the leader does not solve the problem, now the problem becomes the leader. Then now the leader becomes the problem. The other ways around. Meaning that if you want really to live very well, see the problem, sort it out, and don't become part of the what? Of the problem. There we shall be moving very well. Lastly, this is from me as a university coordinator. Dean, I have taken your request seriously and we shall work on that. Basically, the issues of registering associations, we don't have very many conditions associated with that. What we need is a simple constitution. We don't need to take it to those who know the legal part of it, but so long as there are basic agreements that this is how to go to be learned, the what, this is how to be managed, even without taking it to the people of the legal fraternity, so long as those provisions therein are within the line of the principles of IUIU, we register students. And the registration is 10,000 shillings. Even in renewing only, and even in renewing, is 10,000 shillings annually. So please come, the office is very open. Lastly, I once again thank all of you who have contributed to the success of this second phase of management dinner. And we thank you for coming. Like the other people saying, if you didn't come, then now you are not taken place. May God bless each of you and reward you most abundantly. At this moment, allow me to perform my last part of the communication which was assigned to me, and that one of inviting the chief guest to come and address this gathering. Before he comes, my singular honor and privilege to now invite our chief guest to come and address us at this occasion. But before he comes, this is a brief background about our chief guest. I am started from the end, not the beginning. There is a part I have completed that one of his education journey, will be able to talk about that. But currently, our chief guest is Brother Mugoya Uthman, and is currently director of Mount Elgon Hotel. Then there is what we call Roots Cafe, Totoro Masaba, Totoro Chiwatule. Chiwatule Road, that is anywhere in Kampala, and is the president of mbale Sports Club. Those are a few titles. As we continue interacting with him, we shall learn more from him. Our chief guest, you are most welcome. I have request you to come and address this program.
Thank you, Rector, for that one. As he comes,
Uthman is my name. I want to recognize the protocol. I may not go through the hierarchy and the protocol in the order, so I just want to recognize the protocol. The students, ladies and gentlemen, Mugoya Uthman is my name once again. I'm a digital ambassador for BC Uganda, and I'm heading Eastern, Northern and West Nile. I'm also a business person, whereby I do business passionately. I know they talked about a few things, but then I received a message from one of the students here, and he said he wanted my full background. I'm a business person. I'm running Mount Elgon Hotel, Roots Cafe, Total Masaba, Total Chiwatule Road, that's in Ntinda. And I'm also running iTech World Investments Limited and other companies. I'm the president of mbale Sports Club. I'm the chairperson of mbale City Sports Council. And I'm also the vice president of mbale Heroes FC. The list is long. Honestly, the list is long. And I'm your incoming MP, Industrial City Division. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my dreams was to study here. I did not make it here because my dad wanted to separate me with my brother, who is my best friend. And for him, he was here joining second year. He was in this very faculty. That was way back in, I think that was 2000. So he wanted to separate us because we're good friends, whereby wherever we're together, it's chaos. So he took me to University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Tunawabonga hapa, students from TZ. So I started from Tanzania, where I did my bachelor's. I went to University of Pretoria, where I did my master's. I'm a student of the so-called permanent head damage at the University of Kenton in the US, pursuing artificial intelligence, which I'm hoping to graduate soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I believe you are in the right place, because from time immemorial, when we were growing up to date, we know that whoever has gone through IUIU is the most disciplined person in the field. And wherever I'm on the panel and I see anyone coming from IUIU, I know that we have quality. I want to thank the teaching staff for producing quality. One, you've kept your values so high that you've set the bar where no one can reach. We have a challenge out there for us who have gone to those, I call them circular universities. The so-called circular universities, where we believe every right is a right, which is very wrong. And I stand by that, saying every right is not right for everyone. There are some things which we have to say no strongly. and let the no be no. If we want our learners to be responsible citizens. And I want to thank the management that you've always said no to what you feel is not right. Because by the time the parents send their children here, they believe in you. So whatever you impact in them, it's the right thing. I know the students, some of you, maybe you've been forced to come and study here. It's a pity if you feel you were forced to come and study here. This is the right university. The course you're doing, it's the best course for everyone out there. I did whatever I did, but I had to go for a diploma in management. Because I felt I'm dealing with people. How do I manage my businesses? How do I manage my finances? How do I manage the life? You've done the right course. And if you fail after doing management, I think it will be your own problem. There is a saying that you can be born poor, but dying poor, it's your choice. Why do I say that? There are so many things we look at out there. So many speakers have talked about them. Network. Why would you be a friend to someone whom you're coming from the same village? Why would you make that person your best friend? You have the same background, you're having the same people you know, the common people around you. Why can't you extend? Because with the IUIU, I know it has the biggest number of foreign students from different countries and different continents. Why can't you widen your friendship to some areas? I'll give you an example. I was giving a presentation the other time, the Ministry of Education, and we were talking about bad performance in schools. I gave a basic, simple example. I've studied in Buwangwa, in Busano, right? My primary. Secondary, I've gone to Busano. Because I've not performed well, they will send me to Nyondo PTC. Yeah? To study primary teaching. After that, my teaching practice, I'll go back to Buwangwa. Then at the end of the day, they will post me in Bududa. What exposure do I have? So, right here we are exposed. We have friends with different backgrounds, different cultures, but we're not utilizing them. For me to get where I am, it has been friends. Brother Mangari can testify to that. He's my neighbor. I've seen my sister right here. We grew up together. I've seen my teacher who stood in for the rector. He was my teacher. To get where I am, it's because of friends. I selected right friends. Friends of value, friends of integrity. You're doing management, but look at the scenario which is happening in mbale City, in the education department. We've all had, we've seen the letters online of cancellation of appointments, yeah? Because of fraud. And it's done by people who did courses like what you're doing. Reason being, I think they did not go through IUIU. They lack the integrity. The moment you get a job out there and you don't have integrity, you don't have passion for what you do, trust me, in this time and era, you'll be arrested. There is a lot of money out there which will come to your table for bribes. Because you are an HR, someone wants a job who does not qualify, has brought 5 million on your table, and you are what? At the end of the day, you're recruiting the person to the office where he or she does not belong. That's why you see that we have moral decay. When you look at what is happening, there is what I call education without syllabus. We have Christians, we have those who believe, who are Muslim believers. But right now, as we are here, I'm sorry to say I'm going to mention this because I'm not ashamed. You can't sit with your mother-in-law or your mother or your father and watch any program on TV for 2 hours. Right? Because of the language, because of the music they are playing. And we have people in offices who are supposed to regulate that. Now imagine you put someone in an office who does not belong there. What do you expect? Then to my dear lecturers, kindly, I know there are some students who will come with envelopes that you know my performance is not good. Give me the marks. You're doing a disservice to the nation. That's why you see we have bad engineers. The roads are collapsing in 2 weeks. That's why people are going to hospitals and dying for simple things which can be handled, because many of us, we've bought results from P7 to university. Trust me, as we are seated in this hall, there are those who leaked exams in P7. There are those who got leaked exams in Senior 4 and Senior 6. And there are those who are planning to bribe, but I know IUIU does not do that. Yeah? That's why you find that we are complaining, but the problem is us. So before we complain, check yourself. Are you doing the right thing? Many times, for me, when I advertise jobs, I'll give a job on. That's why if you went to my company, most of my companies, I don't have a relative there. Reason being, if you do not qualify for that job, I will not employ you. Now imagine you have a manager and you bring in someone, a lower cadre, who is your relative. Do you think that person will respect the manager? That's how we fail our businesses and our offices out there. You bring a cleaner who is your auntie's daughter or son who has failed in life somewhere. You put them there. They are going to disrespect everyone because they know they are related to the director. So in management, the rector talked about it. If you fail to find a remedy for the problem you're having, then you become a problem. And all the things which are happening in our offices, in our communities, we create them ourselves. Because we failed to differentiate bad from good. So I want to urge each and everyone that as we go out there, it may seem tough, but it's not tough as people think. What you need is your head. Secondly, the network. Do you have the best network that if you're out there, someone will see a job advert and give you a call for that particular job? For me, I had a circle of friends. One of them, I think, is a lecturer here. He's called Chemesto Musa. Yes, we were in the same league. Yeah? But we would go for interview panels. We would go for interviews together. We would say, you apply, I apply. Andrew Westmaker applies. There is someone called Adam Chiimba. There is Martin. We would all apply. So if we are shortlisted, we all go. So that at least one can get a job. Which many of us can't do. Because you feel, if I invited so and so, that person may take my chance. Trust me, you're not going anywhere with such a heart. Yagari Zofune, Muganda says, let's try to be people who will wish our peers well. That if my OB is well, like they introduced him, he's somewhere in police. So imagine you've gotten a problem, is your OB, you will visit his office, he will attend to you before he attends to anybody else. So let's try to create the environment that suits each and everyone. I know many of us, we have that lamentation, there are no jobs, no jobs. My friends, no one is going to bring a job at home. No one is going to create for you a job. You either hunt for that job or create your own. Many of us, before getting to offices where we are, we created our own jobs. I graduated, I had no job. I was in Dar es Salaam for a year. After graduation, I worked with the Clouds FM as a producer. I came on the streets as a cameraman. I joined NTV as a cameraman with my bachelor's. After some time, I went independent into videography and audio production. But I created my own job. I did not wait for someone to get me a job. Because you know our Uganda, it's somehow not all that straight. You see what is happening, that if you want to become a head teacher, 5 million shillings on table. And many of our teachers, they just see those digits written on paper. They have never held that money. So meaning that job will be given to someone else. Can we create the network which will help us to survive out there? Look at your friend, the person you call a friend, and this also will go to the management. The circles we are in, as we are here at IUIU, are they really your friends? God forbid that tomorrow you're not there. Can that person even sponsor one of your children to go through school? There are some people who meddle around us that they are friends, but in actual sense they are not. Yeah? There is a time I used to call myself one man's army because I used not to see any sensible friend around me. The youth, especially the male, I've been having such interactive sessions with different universities and schools. But you find that the male or the female, the interaction, the type of friends you have, especially not IUIU, I'm just giving an example. Some universities out there, they'll talk about alcohol, they'll talk about women, they'll talk about men. Those are the people who you find as friends. It's not going to take you anywhere. Ladies, let us not use this as a tool that we are veiled in here, but the moment we step out, we are going to dress skimpy. Me, when I'm on the panel and you come with your breasts out, trust me, however much you have a first class, I won't give you a job. I won't. Look at how smart you are veiled. Look at yourselves, how beautiful you're looking in those veils. But the moment we get out of the gate, many of us pull them off, dress in a very funny way. But trust me, it's not going to take you anywhere. You'll sit somewhere in the corner, regret and remember that you wasted your time. The moment you clock 2022, you should be knowing to differentiate bad from good. Yeah? To know that if I take this path, it will lead me to. But I've seen people in that age doing so many things. Yeah? They feel it's trendy to have it's called the cool down for the guys. Who am I to stand before you? Because I believe there are millions of people who are better than me out there. And you singled out that I should come and stand before you. I'm really humbled, and I don't take that for granted. Thank you for honoring me. Thank you for inviting me. And to the management, wherever you have any forum and you invite me, I'll be there. Today I was to be at the airport because my daughter was coming back today. I was to pick her, but I sent someone else because I said, let me go and talk to the managers. These are the managers who are going to manage our businesses tomorrow. I feel I need to share with you. There is a lot we can share when it comes to business. Yeah? I'm not this person who will tell you that I began with 10,000 and now here I am. That's a lie. It's a lie. No one should come to you and say, I began with 10,000 and now I'm a millionaire. That's a dream. You tell them it's not true. It's hard work. Make good friends. Utilize your time in the right way. Many of us, we have these phones. We feel we own the world, but then the world is owning us. We are spending much time on social media instead of diverting that energy into something else. You give someone a job, they are going to use your data which you pay for to stream, watch videos, be on TikTok and name it. At the end of the day, the production level it's not equivalent to the pay you're paying that person. So let's utilize our time in a proper way. Let's do that. The moment you know, like I liked the gentleman who sang. He said he has managed to juggle between school and his music. Yeah? So meaning he has allocated his time in the right way. Can we try to manage our time? We are managers. And I feel so embarrassed that I came to the managers, but I came late. But because I was held up somewhere. Let's manage our time. Do we allocate our time in a proper way? You will be the best if you can manage time. Because that's the first aspect of discipline, is time. If you can manage time, then you can manage your life. If you cannot manage the time, then you can't manage your life. For example, I've invited you for an interview, and you come 5 minutes late from the appointed time. I'll think twice before I give you the job. Because if you could not manage the time on the first impression, will you manage my company? So as we go out there job hunting, yeah, if the time is 11 a.m., by 10 be there. Use it. It won't cost you anything. Time management is key in everything we do in life. Let no one lie to you that you go out there, begin with popcorn of 10,000, then you'll become a millionaire. It won't happen. It takes more than that. Yeah? But don't lose hope. Don't lose focus. Let's be determined. Let's have passion for what we do. Let's have the integrity. So that we don't appear in papers that it will be so sad. Your hope is to see that you're interdicted from office because of 1 million shillings, which you picked as a bribe. The course you're doing, it's a sensitive one out there in the field. There is a lot of challenges. May Allah reward you. May He give each of us what our hearts desire. Because we believe many times we have our heart's desire, but it's His will to make us who we are. So let's pray, knowing that He will turn our desire into His will one day. Do not lose hope. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That you want to be. Don't be fooled that you can start with 10,000. It is actually one of the best advices I've got over the years.
They have reminded me, social networking, I forgot to leave my contact because you may pass somewhere and maybe you need my help. I'm on 0782 03 50 16. 0782 03 50 16. I do a lot. We can share if you have a school. My project is supporting schools. We have exchange programs for local teachers to visit the UK and share the best teaching practices. I wrote to IUIU, but I did not get a response, so you missed out. We have those trips to UK for lecturers, for teachers, head teachers, to go and share the best teaching practices. Because a lot is happening. There are some things we know which they don't know. We had a program for students, but because wherever we take students, they will disappear. You've gone with 25, you come back with 10. So we had to put it on pause. But we're trying to come up with the best way possible. And then we support schools by giving libraries and computers and name it. So you can reach out to me if you're at any of my companies and you want to give me feedback. Please feel free. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up to 0. Our MC, the line.
Boss. Okay, so we are going to have a count from 5 to 0, then we cut the cake. So, those who are Mr. Dean, I think you can join hands with him as we count. Those who have got on their tables also can stand up and cut. We have a table here that has no people, you can join them. You can join them. Yes, so, Doctor, we are also cutting ours. No knife. Jackie, they need knives. Please give them the knives. Please give them the knives. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. do hereby swear solemnly that I shall execute my duties as without fear or favor, so help me Allah. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's all.
The guest of honor, Director, the University of Asa, the senior staff around, the security officer, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As we are finalizing now, coming to the end of this event, I would request that you give me your attention so that I pass the vote of thanks to those who have made this event a success. The management dinner is preceded by a number of activities, and among which are the sports activities that took place yesterday. Yesterday was International Women's Day. Ever since I came into this hall, this podium has been monopolized by men. At least now I think there is some balancing of the equation that Madam Shifa is now having the mic. So I take this opportunity to thank all the women who are in this house. And I guess that the glowing faces of the men that I'm seeing here, there is a woman behind that. So the ladies in this house, I salute you very much. So the activities that precede the management dinner, yesterday we had a number of games that actually made the International Women's Day as far as IUIU is concerned. I would want to thank the people who participated in those games. The first years, you put up a very wonderful show, and you actually proved that now you belong to the mighty Faculty of Management Studies. The third years, you know, the faculty sat, and then we were wondering how the third years are going to go lonely, because the third years are about to exit. So our concern was, how are they going to exit just lonely like that? So a decision was made that they exit by taking the goat. So the third years, we congratulate you for having won the goat. The second years, you are protected. Since you are in the middle, don't worry. One time I was attending an event, and someone said that the higher the quality of the audience, the lower the confidence of the presenter. I think today I'm confirming this hypothesis. When I look at the audience I see around, all along I have been thinking that I've seen audiences, both local and international, but I think I was wrong. So the audience I'm seeing here today is really superb. You know, they say that a person who does not have history cannot be grateful. And I guess that each one of us here has a history. When you look at where this university started from, Those who were there, or the pioneers, have memories to tell. For them, things were free. Everything they were getting it for free. So when they compare with what they are seeing today, they say, Alhamdulillah, for us we are grateful. If you want to understand what I'm asking, get some free time with the Dean Faculty of Management Studies. Now for us also who joined after some time, again we are seeing different things. For us, the boom, the free things were not there, but we also enjoyed campus. For us, our environment, actually we are more socially closer together than you people today. For you, the environment has changed technologically, and because of that, you have become technologically closer than being physically closer. That is why Faculty of Management is saying we need to redesign. We need to change the way we are doing things. People are now more closer to their phones than to their individual fellows. You only become closer technologically but not socially. So we are saying let us have such events that bring us closer together to reduce the gap between the student and the teacher. So that is the reason as why we are having the management dinner as in today. So this is our second edition of the management dinner. An event cannot be made successful unless there are people. So your presence here has made this event to be successful. So on this note, allow me to appreciate the following people. Our dear chief guest, we very much appreciate your presence here, given your busy schedule. We appreciate your wise counsel. The students who are here, I guess you have taken seriously what our guest of honor has said. Our guest of honor has given us his background, and I think you have heard. Those who are about to exit, I know you're counting days. The world outside there is not the way as you expected. I was seated with one of my girls around there. Malkia stand up, and I think there is a reason as to why she wanted to sit near me. That is the outgoing lady vice. So sometimes I talk to them. But I was surprised that what I talked to them is what the chief guest was actually talking about. So please take seriously what the chief guest has told us. So our dear chief guest, we really appreciate your presence here. The invited guests who are here, we appreciate your time. We appreciate that you have honored our invitation to be here with us when we are celebrating the second management dinner. I'd also like to thank Magero Financial Services. Magero Financial Services has been very instrumental in as far as organizing this management dinner or days is concerned. Right from the first event that we organized, they actually supported us very much. Magero Financial Services is not only instrumental to the FMS family in terms of the management dinner, but they have supported our students in terms of giving them internship opportunities. So Magero Financial Services, we are very grateful for supporting the FMS family, and we pray that you continue being supportive. For your information, the CEO of Magero Financial Services is a member of the FMS family.
So, I saw Abdul somewhere. Where are you, Abdul? Abdul, I saw you somewhere. The outgoing. Thank you so much. I saw Abdul somewhere. Okay. Takwe Mustafa, the association chair.
First of all, we want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making our day to look so colorful and grateful. So all thanks and dues are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I call upon us to humble ourselves for the last prayers, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فرجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم رجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهي تفور صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.